No! There goes one of them. Sauerkraut? Sauerkraut, we're supposed to be grieving right now, Sauerkraut. They killed one of our friends, and you yell and flop on the keyboard. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more of our Ark misadventures here on the center. And today, we're doing something that I at least think is kind of interesting, or at least because of something that I find very interesting. So, as our sea drafts knock us into the water, I am somehow still working on these. These take like forever to breed and grow up, and it's a pain. I really want to do Moses, but I'm not looking forward to whenever we get around to that. So I think it's actually the second terminal. So with ASA and the last community crunch, they announced that some more of silver Garugas? Yes, stuff. Oh no, we're going back in the water. Did we go back in? Okay, cool, we're okay. But they announced that some of Silver Garuga's stuff from Ark Additions, there we go, is being added to the game full stop. Like, it's no longer going to be a mod. They announced it with a Ceratosaurus, which I was super surprised by, because that is outside of the Anomalocaris, which just got added to ASA as a premium mod, where I mean you have to pay money for it. The Ceratosaur is the newest creature. And I was very shocked by that. And they announced during the one from last week that the Xiphactinus is also being added. So because of that, I actually figured, why don't we do a video on Xiphactinus? It's just because I forgot about them. I'm going to be honest, I kind of forgot about them. And I've been wanting to do a video on them for a long time. They're super cool. So I have a handful in here already, along with apparently some other stuff. I forgot I tamed Eurypterids at some point. But we only have female Xiphactinus right now, which is sad. I did not realize that. I also have to like refamiliarize myself with my stats, because I don't think we have anything like crazy good. We have a lot of oxygen I'm seeing. We got 29 weight, it looks like 28 melee, 26 health, and 26 stamina. That's really... I thought we had better Xiphactinus right now. Don't worry, though. We've got 32 oxygen. I think I saw 33. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Those are the stats that matter. But, yes, so I figured, why don't we head on out and tame up some Xiphactinuses today? Gives me an excuse to do something on our home map, as well as actually make use of our Xiphactinus, which I do need to replace at some point. One of these days, we're going to go over to Genesis Part 1 and do some stuff in the ocean over there. But with the Xiphactinus, that makes this really easy, because the Abyssal Xiphactinuses, the ones that we're going for, already tend to beach themselves. And the Xiphactinus, there's so many long names, can already, like, pick them up. Like, you can just kind of, like, pick them up and put them in your mouth, which is super nice. And there's actually one right over there. Is it just one? Usually they spawn in, like, little schools. And yeah, that's part of why I want to move it, because, oh, sorry, Sauerkraut is deciding he also wants to move it. But yes, so they aggro a lot of creatures, like everything, I think, actually in the ocean, will aggro onto them. But they also, as you can see by them ripping apart this Basileau over here, will aggro onto everything. Now, the basic Xiphactinus is... the basic Xiphactinus is really cool, because it has, like, bodily stripes. I'm trying to, like, keep one in there so you guys can kind of see it, which is super nice. This poor Basilosaur is just getting... yeah, you can kind of see the stripes there. And a lot of the other ones kind of, like, capitalize off of that and, like, accentuate the stripes. But I really like the Abyssal ones. I don't think I'm the only person that thinks that they're the best looking one. Like, look at those bioluminescents. And then they have, like, an angler dangly thing on their face hole, which is... you can't really see it because of that one. I'll definitely get to show it off here. But there are... oh, hello. Sauerkraut is back. There's one other Xiphactinus type, and it's the X one, which is essentially like a mix of the two. Oh, I don't have a scuba tank. It's a mix of the two, where its stripes are bioluminescent, which is really nice if you like the base pattern. But yeah, like I said, I would like to go for the Abyssal ones. For some reason, on certain maps, they like to spawn higher than they're supposed to. They're meant to spawn in the deep ocean. But for some reason, on like Island and Center and Fjordur, they spawn like up towards the surface, and they panic like Moses do, or Plesiosaurs, when you drag them too far up. And they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna panic. So, yeah, guys, let's look around, explore the ocean, try and find us a good couple of, I guess, abyssal ones. Hopefully a male. That would be nice. It would also be nice if sauerkraut would just stop eating my cord. So yeah, everybody, let's get started. Hey, there we go, our first one. Oh, that's right. I can't, like, for some reason I'm like, let me scroll wheel it. So let's just. Oh, that is the wrong Xiphactinus. At least I'm 90% sure that is the wrong one. It is, in fact, the wrong one. Okay, so let's just take him over here. Oh, I actually didn't realize how close we were to our house. And let's spit him out. You can live there. Live your days out in freedom, buddy. Be free. I'm taking your friend, though. And he's coming with me on an adventure. But I doubled back to base really quick, because I figured, since we're already going to be out and about, why don't we keep an eye peeled for a Helicopterian? I've talked about them in a handful of videos, and it would be nice to pick up, like, one or two. You know? Like, I know we can eventually breed them out enough so we can, like, guarantee 100% chance of, like... Oh, there's... Okay. But, yeah, I know we can guarantee, like, 100... Oh, okay. Apparently we got it, just a coelacanth. And another coelacanth. Let's... Can I spit these out? I don't want them. Actually, I might want them for Shadow Mains, come to think of it. There we go. We got him. But, yeah, so we can breed them eventually with, like, levels and stuff, too, so they are, like, 100% guaranteed to turn an item into a blueprint. But I'm also kind of, like, do we want to do that? Like, yeah, it would be cool to guarantee that, but it also is already kind of, like, a bit of a busted feature. So maybe what I'll do is just tame one and level it, and then we'll just go from there and, like, gamble. Because gambling's always fun. You know, while we're making our way back home, I did pass, like, a lead Xiphactinus with an egg in its mouth. And it was making me wonder if the lead Xiphactinus eggs kind of function off of the timer for, like, normal eggs. Like, because I've had Fjordur in the cluster, like, as the other server for a good bit of time now, because I kind of just pop over there for, like, loot hunting and rock drakes and magmasaurs and such. I've noticed some of the eggs are, like, starting to spoil if I go for, like, a period of time where I can't go over there. And it's making me wonder if the lead Xiphactinus eggs function similarly, because, like, all the wyvern eggs on the map right now, Helicopterian, are just gone. Okay, that's not really a good one. You know, like, they're there, but they're all spoiled. So there's, like, no real reason for me to, like, proactively, like, check them, you know, because I'd have to pick them all up anyways to, like, force out new spawns, but that would kind of suck to, like, go through the process of knocking out a lead Xiphactinus just to find out that its eggs are spoiled. Oh, here's, like, one where you can better see the angler dangly bits. It looks so good. Like, it's such a weird departure from how the model was up until that point that I'm all for it. We're underwater for sure. Can't release Dino here. What do you mean? We definitely can release. We're underwater. There he is. I'm gonna go get my net for this though. So you can just sit there, miss. I think that's the missus. Is that the missus? Oh, it's another male. Oh, I didn't even realize that when I stole him. 2 males. We did it. All right, well, I'm just going to net gun this one just to make sure it doesn't run away on me. Because that would suck. And honestly, it seems like our darts just do so much torpor that it's perfectly fine. So let's hit you with that. And then we can just proceed to knock him out. Which, honestly, doing Xiphactinuses really reminds me, because the first time I got, like, really introduced to Xiphactinuses was through Syntac. Because I used to watch Syntac a lot. That was how I really got into Ark. And, I'm trying to think of the right words, because it's making me think of, like, the tech bow. Because when he did Xiphactinuses, that's what he used to do it. Like, he went around and, like, used the tech bow, because you can use it underwater, which is super nice compared to what we're having to do. Which, I remember the other reason I did not want to net it, because I'm not going to be able to fully see if it passes out. Which it should... Uh-oh, our gun misfired. It should pass out soon. But I don't know, I'd really like to be able to use a tech bow soon, which we'd have to just, like, try and find a good blueprint, which that in of itself is going to be quite the struggle. I think we misfired again. No, come back, child! No. We have to rescue him. Unnamed whale. Let's go. Oh, this actually is a pretty decent spot for you to run to, child. Good job. You actually should just pass out here, like... Not yet? There it is. Fucking Xiphactinus, not Xiphactinus, sea creatures in general are, like, so weird to try and just be like, is this actually out? I can't quite tell. But, alright, let's get these guys all tamed up. Oh, it does roll over even if it's in a net. That's super good. That also is, like, really good health, I want to say. Also, our one Xiphactinus that we've tamed got really good weight. 34 weight is, like, solid, especially since, unlike the sea drafts, despite the fact I'm doing weight on the sea drafts, they don't really need it. The Xiphactinuses definitely do, though. Also, there's one over there. Apparently, it's Elite Sickness level 179. Fantastic. Oh! Oh, it's a good one. Okay, well, let's get Snuffles out over here to, like, start food draining them a little bit, and then we'll head on over there and grab that girl. So, guys, I actually didn't even think to mention it until I tamed this one, but the Xiphactinuses drain torpor very quick. So, if you're doing this with, like, slower tame than, like, I have, or without a Packy Rhino like I am, you're probably going to want Narcotic to help keep them under. Also, I'm very excited because this girl has 205 base melee. And I think our male, the 120 male, yeah, 29 is, like, it's not fantastic, but that's definitely, that's 3 points higher than where we were. So it's almost 3,000 base, which is really solid. I thought it was more than it was, honestly. It's very, still pretty solid Xiphactinus, all things considered. But, alright, let's see how this one came out. Oh, and she is flopping away. Oh, geez. No. Oh! Of all the things today that I was expecting, it was not running out of soul balls. Well, let's get you out. Let's get you out for now, and then we'll pick you up. There we go. And we'll throw you on my shoulder. And I also forgot to show off, we finished Snow Owl mutations, which I'm very happy about. So we got, like, the red on there with, like, black, and then the wings are, like, a pink and a purple, if I remember it. Yeah. We didn't do anything crazy. We did 100 in health, stamina, weight, and melee. They still hit like a wet paper towel despite having 855 melee, which upsets me. I think it's like... Oh, there's actually a Xiphactinus over here that we can hit. Test it out. Wait, are you good? Okay, you're fucking terrible. So I can show you guys. We hit 4... Drum roll! 277. It's pretty bad out here right now for as far as Snow Owl mutations go. All right, let's grab some more snowballs. Snowballs, yes. Soul balls, and then we will head back out. Let's actually just pull for those. Pull for like 20, I think is a good amount, because I think that's probably the last Xiphactinus. I'll bring you guys back to show off taming. Oh, did she only... She only got 27 points. That is, like... That is depressing. Well, I'm actually kind of sad about that. I'm not gonna lie. But, alright. Yeah, so I figure we'll start looking for a Helicoprion to tame now, too. And one of the benefits of the Snow Owl is the Predator Vision, where we can kind of just fly over the water like this and just try and spot them out from, like, up here, which will probably be a bit easier. We can also do it for Xiphactinus too, as you can see there. So we can see the handful of them that are hanging around, you know? I've literally circled the entire map trying to find this one. Find a good Helicoprion. That is... Oh, jeez. But, alright, at least we managed to find one. That's what's really important here. So, okay, let's pick up our Snow Owl. And let's use the Basilisk here. Oh, apparently Jormungandr is going to sink to the floor. Thank you. Uh-oh. He's mad. Okay, did I get on? Okay, cool. I really don't want to hit... That's a fat manta. I just don't want to hit the Helicoprion and piss it off, and then we're gonna have to, like, de-render it and just... extra stuff. Goodbye, lead sickness. You are terrible. But, okay, so Helicoprions are a special tame, and by that I mean that you have to make a special item called Ratfish Treats, which is essentially their kibble. As you can see here, there it is. I was like, I have to make sure I can find it right. So it's 10 ammonite bile, 1 honey, and 2 Tuso tentacles per piece. I have no idea how many of these pieces it's going to be to fully tame up this fellow as it is. Also, we need to make sure our basilisk is on passive for this. Also, I need to get some oxygen. I think I accidentally fed a Ichthyosaurus a ratfish treat. I did. Okay. That's super cool. Fuck you. If I end up being short 1 ratfish treat, I'm going to be so angry. But, alright. So, what's going to happen here, though, is people might be able to kind of speculate what's going to happen because of the ammonite bile, which essentially, like, makes you... Not you yourself, but it makes creatures very hostile to you. And there we go. We have him all fed up. And now let's get onto our basilisk. And as you see, we have a rage buff down there. And there's sharks now. So every time you feed the Helicoprion, it's going to spawn in a bunch of sharks. So you can see, because you guys saw, there were no sharks, like, around us when we, were doing this to begin with. So, yeah, I have just enough. So it's going to be 6 ratfish treats in total to fully tame up this Helicoprion. So, okay, I'm going to just do this all up because this is going to be a rather, like, lengthy, time-consuming kind of process because I'm going to have to, like, go over and feed it and then get back on the snake, kind of drift away, and just go from there. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to get them all tamed up, and hopefully this goes well, and hopefully we get a good crafting skill stat. Also, definitely recommend not being a fucking idiot like me, and using flippers. I don't know why I haven't gone back to get flippers quite yet. So, also, I am pretty certain, but I'm not 100% certain that the Helicoprion can be damaged by the megalodons that it does spawn. So bear that in mind as part of why I keep trying to drift away, just to make sure. Alright, this should be the last feed. As you guys can see, there's a lot of sharks. They like to spawn in, but for some reason they just de-aggro once I get on the basilisk. I'm not 100% sure why. So, there's all the sharks around from, like, 2 or 3 feeds. I'm not really sure at this point. And there we go. Really cool, though. I actually never knew that the last one doesn't actually cause you to incur the rage buff. So let's just get on land here first so we can actually check out our Helicoprion. Let me eat you, because one of the things I actually have to get around to doing at some point here is collecting food, so I can do another mutation project, because the snow owls killed my food. Okay, where is it? It was like G something. So, it's probably up here. Yep, there it is. We got 24, which is by far its best stat, and that gives us a 36% chance to make something into a blueprint. So, I like that. That's pretty good. We can also level it, too, which is, like, the biggest thing. So, we can pump some levels into that with some time. But, alright, let's head home quick. And, oh. Can I pick you up? There we go. But yeah, alright, let's make our way back on home because I'm getting tired. I'm trying really hard not to yawn into the mic while I'm working on stuff, but we have, like, halfway decent Xiphactinuses at this point. I think we got, what was it? I can't remember what we were saying we had initially for melee. I think we were saying we had, like, 27? It was, like, 20, I keep drawing 29 for some reason. But we have picked up quite a few, and the stats are pretty good. So let's go home and look over the stats and maybe rev up the Buzzsaw Shark and try and turn something into a blueprint, just because. I love just this one direwolf that I have out here for some reason. I don't even remember why he's out here. I really couldn't tell you anymore, because I put him out there like 3 weeks ago. And I just have long since forgotten why. So, okay, let's grab a couple different things to try and turn into a blueprint. Imagine if we could turn this into a blueprint. I'm greedy. We'll gamble. Also, we're apparently encumbered. Actually, I know why we're encumbered too. It's probably all the nets. Because for some reason, yeah, nets weigh a shitload. It's actually pretty ridiculous how much they weigh. So let's grab those, and I think let's grab... Did I make this? Let's try and turn that into a blueprint, because that also sounds pretty fun. And I think I have a Spino. Yeah, let's just search Spino. I have so much stuff in here. Let's try and turn that into a blueprint. Let's just grab one of all of them. And let's go. I would love to get a good Allosaur saddle blueprint too. Like, that would be so good, because I would really like to do some stuff with Allos here soon. I'm still trying to figure that all out. Excuse me, Mr. Plesiosaurus. So, as far as Xiphactinuses, let me collect them all, and then I can give you guys the stat breakdown. Okay, so we're looking at 29 health, which I think I showed off. Then we got 30 stamina, which is also super good. 28 melee, which is our lowest stat, and then 34 weight, which is good. I like that we went from having all of these female Xiphactinus to all of the good stats, with the exception of this weight stat, are on males. Like, all of our females are kind of just useless. It's actually pretty funny. So, alright, that'll be something that we'll work on here over the next few days, is getting some of those stats together, and then trying to breed out a pack of them that we can take out for the end of the video. But in the meantime, if I can, okay, you know what, we're not going to do it in my pen, apparently. We're just going to do it over here. Let's get out the Helicoprion. Yes! Oh, he actually even has a level, too. So we can level the conversion success rate, but as you see, it goes up by 0.1. I'm 90% sure you can mutate that. So, like, you can get this to 100% if you so desire to. I personally feel like that's a little on the busted side. So I think we'll pass on doing that, because I like the idea of... Like I was talking about earlier, for some reason, I really like the idea of just gambling for it, for things. I just really can't tell you why. Fuck off, shark. Thank you very much. But, alright, let's try that again, with hopefully less interjection from from the random sharks. We also should name you. So let's get... Oh, yeah, it has to be underwater. Right. Let's get that out, and let's see what we roll. So let's... Helps if I do this right. Saddle. Let's do the sea giraffe saddle first. And let's... So you decide that, convert to blueprint. It's going to take about 3 minutes for it to go, to, like, attempt to convert it into the blueprint. And it makes a lot of noise. In the meantime, let's... Wait, what does that say? I thought it said you can't access its inventory for safety reasons or something like that. Alright, let's get this all broken down. In the meantime, let's change his name to Slot Machine, because I feel like it's going to be a one-tailed bandit. In the meantime, also, let's talk a little bit about what they're going to do, because really, Slot Machine is just going to be a slot machine in our base. You know, he shouldn't cap out too much higher than 50%, so, you know. But, they're actually, like, halfway decent. They're a slow swimmer, but they can stun with their tail, because they actually have a pretty long tail there, which is a cool feature. I see a Xiphactinus over on the shoreline over there. Hello. And they also deal bonus damage to Tusoteuthis. I don't think they can be grabbed by Tusos, and I think they deal triple damage to them, which is really cool. So that's also a nice thing. Like, if you want, like, something specifically for hunting just Tusos, these are your creatures. But, alright, let's just do a bit of gambling montage, I think. Okay. I think I'm gonna hold on to this Carno saddle. Actually, you know what? Oh, no, I did crafting skillet. Okay, so I can't. Anyways, All right, cool. So we went 2 for 6, which is on par, but the blueprints that we got are super nice ones. This in particular, I'm super excited about because, like, that's not the best Spinosaur saddle that we had, but that's a really fucking good saddle that we managed to turn to a blueprint. The Allosaurus, too, like 97.5 for a pack creature that's going to get, like, a pack buff is super good. So I'm happy. Slot Machine, you did fantastic. Good job. I will definitely gamble more later. Definitely a little upset about the, what is it, the long neck? I think was the one. This plesiosaur is just completely out of the water. I've never really, like, paid attention to the sea drafts too much because, like, they just do things. But yeah, that's so, I'm super happy about that. Let's actually run up. I want to double check it to some of the blueprints that we've currently got going on, because I know I have a good Allosaur saddle blueprint. I just can't remember, like, how good is good. Okay, I had a better one, so that was literally pointless. Fantastic. I should have checked that first. But the Spino one, you can just see how much of a improvement that is. Like, fucking, we went from an 84, which we were probably going to be using in 80, to 112. Jeez, that's right, this one's full. I forget that one's full. Wait, was there another Spinosaur in here? No, okay. But yeah, we went from 84 to 112. That's so good. Alright, though, let's get the party started, though, on the Xiphactinus mutations, and then we will take them out. We might actually... What could be fun, depending on how they come out, is we could take them out into the Feeder Ocean, like the deep ocean, and let them loose on some moses, and see how that goes. So yeah, I'm going to get started, and I will just catch you guys, and I forgot I had this feather light. I forgot I needed the soap. I'll just catch you guys in a bit. Monkey! Got distracted while I was listening to Helena. I had a friend I used to play Ark with who loved the Mesopithecus, and every time we would play, I would have to try and tame him one, and he'd just put a ghillie mask on it and name him Phantom Nutter. The main reason I remember that is because when I was playing on Xbox, we had one. When I was switching to PC, I was just like, alright bro, what do you want to do with your monkey? I was like, I can leave him out here, and he can, like, fade peacefully into the ether, or I can put him out of his misery. And he asked me to duel his monkey one-on-one with a club, and I bludgeoned the monkey to death. I have no idea what this has to do with Xiphactinus, but that's there. We have our Xiphactinus. They are a huge pack. They get up to +8 for their bonuses. I went and made them saddles, and I did boost, except this one. Fuck this one, apparently. I did make them saddles. As you see, they all are ranging from like 70 to 100 because of the crafting skill, the upgrade station. But I figured this would be a good way to test them out, is to take them to Genesis, since it has just a huge ocean biome. And while we're going to be dealing a reduced damage, it's still going to be a good way to, like, really test them out as far as what they're capable of. Because if they can kill, like, X creatures, what can they not kill, basically, is my thought process. So I'm going to hop on one. Oh, these feel so nice. I love the lights. It's so good. And you guys also get to see the third species of Xiphactinus, the X ones, which actually look really nice, in all honesty. Now, the question is, can I use a weapon on your back? I cannot. I didn't think I could, but I was hopeful because you're awful small. So, let's get everybody out here. And, yeah, I think we already talked about the stats. So, our Xiphactinuses, unfortunately, do feel not super strong, I think is the right word I'm looking for. Like, they all have 4,000 health right now, and that's with me putting some levels into their health. So they're just kind of like... I mean, it makes sense, be it that they're a... Oh, that's the Sea Draft. I finished Sea Drafts, finally! They're glorious! So I brought him along as an oh shit button. Like, if something goes wrong with the Xiphactinus, we can just bring just run away, throw out a Sea Draft, and run to freedom. But yeah, so as you can see, here are the stats that we're looking at with the imprint. Obviously, you just saw me put 2 levels into their melee, and we've put 3 into their health. Honestly, for a pack creature, these aren't bad. Basically, what you're looking at to compare these two are a Megalodon. They're very similar to that. They actually were essentially the pre-TLC Megalodon before its TLC. So, yeah, let's head on out and we'll talk a bit about the Xiphactinus' abilities, because it does have a handful of really cool ones. The main one is its ability to swallow whole smaller creatures. Let me try and grab that fish. I failed. I'm a failure, Mom. I'm sorry. Let's try this one. There we go. So if a creature is, like, of a certain drag weight, I think it's like 180, your Xiphactinus can just pick them up in its mouth and just carry it around and will eventually just swallow it whole. If we can find Ichthyosaurus, I can show it off for that too. But if you use that on a bigger creature, say this little Basilow over here. Is this a good Basilow? Okay. This little Basilow over here. Oh, Ichthyosaurus! Sweet summer child. Get in my face hole. And then you just thrash him. And you leave this trail of blood around. Which actually... Oh, and there's the swallow. Which will buff your Xiphactinus, as you can see up top there, Blood Frenzy, where you gain a buff from that. So, on the larger creatures like this, can I... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. That's why they're not, like, attacking it. So, on bigger creatures like this, you'll rip into it and tear little pieces off, which will buff the attack speed and damage of Xiphactinus. They rip that fucker apart. That had damage reduction. That was wild. But yeah, so it'll buff... I'm sorry, this is actually the very first time I've got to use Xiphactinus. I didn't do a lot of research into Ark Additions before I made the switch to PC. And, like I said, the main thing I saw Acro, I was like, oh, big dinosaur, cool, rah, rah, rah. And I switched, you know, and I was just like, yeah, okay. And then I, like, looked into it more, and I saw the Xiphactinus before they got buffed. Because this is like a TLC version of the Xiphactinus. They used to not be able to swallow creatures whole. But they still had the Blood Frenzy and the Gnash and stuff. Which that actually I forgot about. Is they inflict a bleed like Deinonychus. Which is very potent for obvious reasons. Which also means that they could technically like fight bosses. Granted, the only like sea boss that we'd use them for is Mooter. Since that is the only sea boss as it is. But... this is the first time I've actually been able to take out a pack of Xiphactinus, and these are living up to the hype that I kind of instilled in myself with them. Come here, you little bastard of an eel. You're not getting away. You're somewhere in the Sea of Tails. Get him! Kill him! Why are you just looking at me? Got him. Well, these guys are doing really good. How are your healths? I mean, I really feel like they're just not taking... Oh god, I'm stuck. Free me! Children! Why? Even the one with, like, no saddle is, like, doing pretty okay. Well, okay, I want to take them up top here first, just to kind of, like, test them out against stuff that's, like... well, essentially they're built to be in comparison with, you know, Megalodons. Why don't we dive deep and try and take on a Mosasaur, if possible? Also, I really want all of this fish meat for another breeding project. I might do that. I need for our piscivore. Come, children, we hunt. You all follow? Yeah, okay. So they actually are surprisingly quick, too. Like, that was a bit of a concern of mine, was like, they're not going to be very nimble. Like, they might be a little on the sluggish side. Also, I figured bringing them over here to Genesis probably would just be, like, cool. So you guys can actually see the ocean of Genesis through all the lag that's happening. Oh god, my frame rate. Which makes sense. This map is like super like resource intensive on computers. And I guess consoles too. That does count. But it is a beautiful ocean. This is like, oh, Mosa, there we go. It's easily one of the best ones. And it's a pretty low level one to boot. Okay, so even if this like murderizes us, we'll be fine. Time to die! I've come for your skin. Oh, where are my other Xiphactinuses? A mistake may have been made. I don't know where all of my children went. Where did they go? God damn it. You guys in your shit. Oh, that Plesiosaur's in a bubble. Oh, I thought that was a 120 Mosa for a second. It's just like, I want that. Be gone, Sea Draft. You don't want the smoke. Actually, you probably do. Okay. You're next, Sea Giraffe. Your ass is grass. Okay, see, this is more like our normal damage of like what we're looking at. Like 120 is pretty solid for just 2, especially since they're unimprinted, not unimprinted, unmutated, or really leveled, I guess is also the other word. All right, there's the one anglerfish. Get him! Kill this man. Is this a man? Shouldn't assume your gender. Okay, it is a man. Be gone, Sea Giraffe. Oh, hello. By the way, for people who actually, like, haven't gotten to see it, this is the X-Mosa. It looks so sick. Like, honestly, I'm really thinking about doing the tech ones. Oh, no! No, Xiphactinus! We can't take that! At least I don't think we can take that. Come, child! Maybe we'll try and take it with just the 2 and the Sea Giraffe. Because at this point, I'm feeling like the rest of the school is just lost to the sea, as it were. But I honestly, like, I've been really thinking about doing tech Mosas, but honestly, looking at the X ones, I'm just like, oh, it's so pretty. They're all so pretty. Why? Except the original. The original one's pretty fugly. Well, buddies, it's just you and me. Let's go fight a Mosasaur. Also, let's put some levels in the Sea Giraffe. Our Sea Giraffes are pretty good. I didn't do anything super crazy with them. Well, I say that, but I brought their melee up to 1,000%. So, you know, we did that. We did like 100 points in health, which puts us up to like 40,000. Really good. They're really nice. You know, I could have done more mutations. I haven't done colors because I'm also kind of on the fence of that, because it's like, a lot of times I feel like it's hard to see colors under the water, or they just kind of like present different than what we usually see. So I've been like, I don't know. What's going on over there? Oh, it's an R. Oh, wow, we actually hit this thing for 700. I was not expecting that from my Sea Giraffe. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe we should, there was a Tuso I spotted. Maybe we should go fight one of those, too. Honestly, the Xiphactinus are kind of doing work to the Sea Giraffe. The Sea Giraffe. What are they? I wonder if that's what happened to them. Because that one over there is playing with a jellyfish. Which they, Xiphactinus, as you saw there, are not immune to the sting of jellyfish. So I'm wondering if maybe, because we did pass a jellyfish, I'm wondering if they got caught up in a jellyfish's sting, and they're just somewhere, like the pack of them is just somewhere stun-locked, and will eventually just die to a jellyfish, which is really stupid. I'm gonna let them go at it for a bit for this with this Mosa. Fight! Kill my children! Well, one of them just swallowed. Oh, we're actually in a bubble. Okay, fantastic. Oh, they did it! They killed him with the bleed. Damn. I'm really impressed with the Xiphactinus. I'm not gonna lie. Like, them not being immune to the jellyfish kind of stinks, but like otherwise, yeah, they're still quite healthy. Maybe we can fight a Tuso. I wish I remembered the direction I came from, too, so I could just, like, go back and try and see if I am right. They're just... My school of Xiphactinus are just stuck in a jellyfish. Oh, we found more Mosas! There's actually... I'm surprised at the amount of not tech Mosas, but X-Mosas that we're finding down here. Usually whenever I, like, come down and look for Mosas, it takes forever to find them. Yeah, honestly, throwing the Sea Giraffe into the mix is, like, really helpful. You know what I also meant to look for while we were out here? Oh, Sauerkraut comes. Is, X? No! There goes one of them. Sauerkraut? Sauerkraut, we're supposed to be grieving right now, Sauerkraut. They killed one of our friends, and you yell and flop on the keyboard. Come, buddy. No! The other one. I will avenge you, too. Yeah, I kind of expected that with, well, the shark pack is, like, the one that I feel like really did it in. Like, Mosas are fine, like, them getting, like, the mate boost and everything, but sharks, since their TLC, have been, like, crazy. Oh, and that was also 104 Mosa. That probably had something to do with it. Well, guys, I think this is where we should look to wrap up the episode. we've lost all of our Xiphactinus. 2 of them died glorious deaths in combat, and I'm very proud of them for that death. The other ones, I don't know, they kind of just got stupid and got lost along the way somewhere. They probably will never be seen again, in all honesty. Because, I thought I saw a healing thing. Which is sad, but I genuinely have fucking no... Why is there a Mosa this high up? I'm sorry. Or am I, like, not high enough? Mosas usually prefer, like, deep water. So I'm kind of shocked to see one, like, in the mid-waterway. Maybe I'm not high enough. Maybe that's part of why I can't find my other Xiphactinuses. But, guys, I think that will wrap up this video for today. I'm really happy with the Xiphactinuses. They're a lot better than I was expecting. I was expecting kind of do them and be like, oh yeah, I want to do mutations, and then just probably never do them. But, like, they feel like better Megalodons, which is impressive because Megalodons are already really good. And just imagine, like, a pack of, like, a mix of the two. Like, 3 Megalodons, 3 Xiphactinus. That'd be pretty gnarly, in all honesty. But, yeah, everybody, I hope you all did enjoy today's episode, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Until then, I don't have a roar. You see my fish flopping animation. Peace!